In this presentation, 2 years ago at Vermont Fest, I was joined with a number of Vermont educators from 3 different schools who were trying together to tackle this problem, but this opportunity as well, of looking at digital tools we can use for grading and reporting, and how learning management systems, LMSs, sometimes work with or against these student information systems that they're paired with. So teachers might be teaching using something like Google Classroom or Schoology or Teacherease, but then reporting out on PowerSchool. And in light of what we understand about grading and how to be able to grade and report in a way that provides clarity about students' achievements, sometimes these systems can get in the way. And so I just want to highlight a couple of examples so that you can take a look. Jonah Ipsen, again, this is from 2017, shared with us how the school had started the year before with that idea of that proficiency was the combination of content area skills and transferable skills. And yet then what they decided to do at Harwood, Washington West, was to take the transferable skills and work hard to move all of the content proficiencies underneath each one of these as a way to report out. And so you'll see that this common high school communication rubric has some content, but then this is what all of the teachers are expected to use to drive their course and to give students feedback. And then this is a view of JumpRope for them, and JumpRope is their reporting tool. And finally, when you get to this view, you can see that the communication, inquiry, reading, self-direction, and writing are the transferable skills. And as we break into a smaller view, you can see where the assignments themselves work to create these visual scores of where students happen to be. The reason I'm pointing this out is because Jonah shared with the group during their presentation that a big issue Harwood had was that they had to make a decision in JumpRope about whether they were going to, what algorithm they were going to use for this reporting to work. And the problem is it has to be for every course. The decision is one main decision about algorithm use for the entire school. And it was really complicated in some of the courses because their disciplines weren't necessarily, or the teachers weren't teaching necessarily iteratively over and over again to something. And when they went to choose the decaying average algorithm, it was giving really poor feedback, and teachers were having troubles overriding that. I'm going to skip ahead to LSSU, and Maura Wheeler presented. And here's a video that I'm including in the module that you can watch if you'd like. At about the 0.5 or the 5-minute point in her presentation here, she describes how the folks using Schoology in their district at the end of the marking period, the end of the quarter, are given a mastery reporting scale, and they go in and using their own discretion, backed up by a ton of the formative data that they're getting with and sharing with their kids through Schoology, then are just going to give one score by scoring kids on this one rubric that then reports out to the report card. So the district made a very clear and conscious decision that they wanted to make sure that teacher discretion was by far that's basically the algorithm of choice, right? Let's skip ahead. This is Chris Bologna working with Schoology and PowerSchool at Lemoyle Union Middle School. And again, they're able to sort of track progress around proficiencies that are really clearly aligned within the system. And then he's able to just go into PowerSchool and just give one score instead of, again, worrying about that algorithm. So I want to make sure you had access to this resource if you were interested in seeing at least a glimpse into how people are kind of tackling that question about learning management systems. No great answers, but that idea of teacher discretion really rose to the top.